Am I an a-hole for divorcing my wife after she asked for an open relationship and now I'm thriving while she isn't? Hey Reddit, I'm in a bit of a situation and I'm starting to wonder if I'm the bad guy here. I'll try to keep this short, but there's some context that might be important. So, my 34 male, wife 32 female, and I have been married for 7 years. We've had a pretty great life together. I've built a successful business. I do pretty well for myself. I'll leave it at that. And we've traveled all over the world, live in a beautiful house, the whole deal. I've always thought we were happy. Out of nowhere, a few months ago, my wife tells me she wants to open up our marriage. Her reasoning was that we were missing out on experiences and she wanted to explore her options. But she made it clear she still loved me and didn't want to break up. I was blindsided. We've never had issues with intimacy or connection. And honestly, I'm in great shape. I've always been attentive to her needs, and I just didn't see it coming. At first, I was against the idea. But then I figured, okay, why not see what happens? This is what she wants. I'm not going to stop her. I agreed to give it a try, but with the condition that it goes both ways. If she's out meeting other guys, I'm going to meet other women too. Well, here's where things get a little ironic. As soon as we opened the relationship, I started meeting women left and right. I'm talking crazy success on dating apps, people I meet through work, even casual flings while I'm traveling for business. Turns out, being wealthy, fit, and confident tends to attract a lot of attention. I'll spare you the details, but let's just say I haven't exactly been lonely. My wife, on the other hand, yeah, not so much. She's been on a few dates, but nothing's really panned out for her. A couple of the guys ghosted her, and she's mostly frustrated that it's not what she imagined. Meanwhile, I'm having a blast. After a few months of this, I started to realize that I don't need to stay in a marriage where my wife was basically looking for an excuse to cheat on me. If she wanted to be single, then let's make it official. I filed for divorce, and now she's upset and saying that I'm punishing her for wanting to explore herself. But honestly, I just don't see the point in staying married if we're both dating other people. Why play house? So now she's telling our friends that I'm being selfish and that I'm only divorcing her because she's not having as much success as I am in this open thing, which is absolutely not the case. I just think we're on different paths now, and I've realized I don't need to stick around when I can literally have my cake and eat it too. Am I the a-hole for filing for divorce? Or should I have tried harder to make her feel better about a situation she basically created? Edit. To clarify, I didn't start having fun out of spite. I genuinely went into this thinking it could work, but it just opened my eyes to the fact that we want different things. Also, the divorce isn't about her failing at the open relationship. It's about me realizing I don't want this life with her anymore. Not the a-hole. You agreed to open the relationship on equal terms, and you both had the chance to explore. You didn't trap her or cheat behind her back. You gave her exactly what she asked for. It just turned out that you enjoy that freedom and she doesn't. That difference in what you each want isn't anyone's fault. It's just reality. Walking away now is a lot healthier than forcing a marriage that no longer fits. You tried, you communicated, and you're acting on what you both need. A divorce makes sense. Now, some comments. You're the a-hole. You're having sex. She's trying for a more emotional connection, more polyamory than ethical non-monogamy. If all she wanted was dick, she'd be having more than you. Remember, these women are only interested whilst you are healthy and wealthy. One of those things changes, they won't give a fuck about you. You've basically thrown away your safety net because you couldn't see the difference between a hookup and a relationship. The open relationship was just an excuse. You're an ass. Sounds like you're the one who couldn't handle an open relationship and you were deeply dissatisfied with your wife. But instead of working things out, you filed for divorce. Your wife was there for you during the hard times of building your business, and now that you're rich and successful, you're trading her in for someone better. She didn't cheat on you and wanted to try something new to help her be more fulfilled. By your own admission, you agreed and decided to explore as well. You had more success finding side pieces and decided to leave your wife. Not because she cheated, went against your rules, or fundamentally changed, but because you like being sought after by other women. Hindsight is 20/20, and I'm a traditionalist when it comes to marriage. When she suggested trying an open marriage, talking to a counselor about why she felt that way was probably the better option. You could still take that route if you want to save the marriage, but it sounds like you're ready to move on. Story 2. It's been a month since I crossed a line I never imagined. One evening, I met someone at a bar on a whim and made a choice I instantly regretted. As soon as it happened, I knew I had to come clean. I sent a message before I could talk myself out of it and shared everything with my partner that same night. We're both in our early 30s and had almost 6 years of a steady relationship behind us. In the days that followed, silence filled the space between us. I flooded their inbox with apologies and explanations, only to see some replies and others left unread. Living in different cities means I can't simply show up and face the consequences in person. I suspect they would turn me away anyway. Regret has settled into every corner of my mind. I replay that night over and over, trying to understand what made me betray the person I love most. It was a one-off mistake, not a drawn-out affair, but I know that detail offers little comfort when trust is shattered. They mentioned a possible visit this November and hinted at a conversation if they feel ready. Reconciliation's not on the table right now because they need time to heal. Meanwhile, I spend nights digging through my own thoughts, searching for the reasons behind my actions and coming up empty. Has anyone here been down this road and discovered why they made choices that hurt themselves and someone they cared about? How did you make sense of it and start to rebuild both your sense of self and the chance for forgiveness? Update. Life can feel unbelievably dark when reconciliation isn't possible, but with time, it does get easier. Don't give up on yourself. Reach out for support whenever you need it. Allow yourself to feel every emotion and sit with it until it passes. This moment does not have to define the rest of your life. You are human, and you've made choices you regret, but they do not determine who you have to be forever. Growth is possible, and healing is possible. Small acts of self-care and kindness toward yourself can prove that you're capable of becoming better than you were yesterday. Know that someone out there is rooting for you. Tomorrow can hold brightness you can't see today. The sun will rise again. After D-Day, reconciliation was never on the table for me. My last conversation with BP took place 2 months ago. I think of them every day. Still, I've found a way back to functioning, and you can too. Forgive yourself and keep moving forward. A more resilient version of you is waiting on the other side of this. Some comments. A few months back, I was in your shoes, convinced the pain would never ease. What got me through wasn't denying the hurt, but facing it head on. Late-night journaling sessions where I let every tear fall, weekly check-ins with my therapist, and small rituals like making a cup of tea and sitting in the sun for 5 minutes. Each step felt tiny at the time, but they added up. And one morning, I woke up surprised that the weight on my chest had lifted just a little. You've already taken those brave first steps by forgiving yourself and seeking change. Keep tending to those small acts of kindness you show yourself, and you'll find strength growing every day. I went through something similar when reconciliation wasn't possible and felt like my world had ended. I leaned into a women's circle that met over coffee once a week. And hearing other stories of loss and healing reminded me I wasn't broken beyond repair. Some days the ache still surprises me, but then I give myself permission to feel it and remind myself that emotion means I'm alive and capable of love again. You've survived the hardest part of owning your mistakes and choosing to rebuild. Trust in your capacity to heal. Lean on friends when you need it. And know that the life waiting for you will be richer and more authentic than anything you've left behind.